Just do business.
Wow, man. I definitely, the story is amazing, man, because like you said, man, starting from your first, what would you say, like the first size of your property? What was the first size?
My first house maybe was 1,700 square feet, and this was in, I think, 2000, and I think it was $130,000, and I could have got more house, but I was so scared. So, great friend of mine,
Yeah.
Trion Dreskler, her mom, Gloria Dreskler, was a big real estate agent in Atlanta, and she helped me find this property. And I was just so scared buying my first home. I just wanted my mortgage to be at a set price, so it was like I want to have something that I know I could pay, you know. And she used to laugh at me. She'd take me to see properties, and we used to have a great time. I was like, nah, Miss Girl, that one too much money. I don't want to get, but I was approved for that. But you know, so I lived and I learned. And that house, so many people stayed in it and really enjoyed it. It was a great house. We used to call it the Boys Clubs. My little brother graduated from college, and he moved straight in the house. Him and a couple of his guys, they graduated from A&M, Alabama A&M, and they was like, we are not moving back to Alabama. And they moved to Atlanta, and they took care of the house for at least 10 years. Then I had multiple families to live in it after that, so it actually paid for itself, you know. And another thing with the rental property too, you got to know you're not going to make like massive money monthly.
Right.
The bigger win is going to be on your sale and on people, the property value going up, while you're allowing somebody else to inevitably pay for your mortgage.
Right.
So,
what do you think, Shane, is sweet, like the building itself after you fixed it up? What do you think is worth now from when you got it?
Number wise, I just be throwing it out there, but it was appraised before I finished, and it was 780 or something like that.
Wow. So it's gotta be
I know
millions.
finished, yeah, it should be, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but I love to get it appraised to find out instead of just throwing out numbers, you know. I don't know. So.
Like, so what really, like, in a sense, right, with business today, like, and how things are going, like, what are new ventures that you think you will be getting into to blend the real estate? Like,
so the whole going green thing has always been tough on me lately, you know, so I love to do some properties like that. I have a little vision too on not the food trucks, but the food containers.
right.
And you do short-term leases,
Yeah.
just to flip what you eat. Because today now, everybody's trying to eat well, and you know, times change. You might love a restaurant, and then after a year, you
Right.
burnt out on it.
Right.
So I love to do like a food container area, and it only houses short leases,
Right.
6 months to a year.
Right.
So you do barbecue for a year,
Right.
but that same shell is gonna be there. The next year it might
Right.
be a taco stand.
Right. That's
the next
smart.
year, and do about 4 or 5 of them,
Right.
and keep
It's
good
like ghost
stuff.
kitchens and
Yeah,
things like that. Like,
ghost kitchens. Yeah,
Yeah. Things like that.
Something
They just
like
pull
that.
up. They might not even see a sign or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, that is
I still think the aluminum training sheds, I still think that's a big deal, because
Right.
everybody needs to work out, and
Right.
everybody's on their workout kit trying to get themselves together. I think that'll be a nice adventure. It wouldn't take a lot to do it, because all you need is a gutted building,
Right.
a couple of restrooms, and you
Right.
put down some grass, and
Right.
you know, the training for the kids and all the super athletes out here. So
Right.
those are the things that I am. I still have my hand into the trucking and the heavy equipment. You know, I buy those as I can and flip that. But you know, just continue to process this thing.
Right. So, like, what do you see, like, because do you only invest in Atlanta, or like,
Well,
I know you got Union City, but like, I guess this is Metro.
Yeah.
Do you invest out of state, or?
I'm just in Georgia, and that is a dream to invest out of state. I would love to have a vacation property, you know, and maybe Florida, Dominican, or Mexico, where all my friends and family could go and travel and have fun and rent it out. You know, I did the Airbnb thing in Atlanta and in Griffin, and it was pretty profitable, but to me it was kind of hard, but it's a good one. You just have to do a lot of work. You know, you have to take care of your property. You have to be on who you rent it to. You know, you have to keep it clean, keep a lot of things fixed that a person will tear up. But you know, it's for each his own. You know?
Right. So would you say like about Airbnb? Is that for you, or are you still doing it, or you say that ain't your style? Your style is rental.
Yeah, my style. I'd rather rental.
Right.
I'd rather rental. You know, you can always do the duplexes and the quads. That's a good deal. And you try to find those in the college areas, close to a college, and put 4 to 8 bedrooms like the woman did who bought my mom's first home.
Wow, that was like, how many rooms was in the first home?
8. So instead of student housing, which nobody loves,
right?
You rent out a house and you rent the rooms.
How much you think you could get for that? Like, man, I want to get into that business. $300 a room a month, or?
Well over that, because staying on campus costs more than that.
Yeah.
You probably can get $700 to $800 a month.
Yeah, that's
a room.
Yeah.
And times 8, you do the math. That's good.
Yeah, she was definitely. Yeah. How your mom felt about that? Did she?
She was happy because
it
still was a blessing because she sold that house and was able to get her another house that she really loves. So.
Right. That's dope. That's dope, man. But it's great to have parents that guide you and put you in the right direction. You know, because that, like you said, the big C. Like, everybody's parents don't have that information. What would you say you like better, residential or commercial? Because I know you was dealing with the Airbnbs. You said you wasn't into that.
I mean, it was cool. I'm just saying, as far as like my preference, but both of them is cool. Real estate is real estate to me. You know, you can just buy a whole bunch of land and be blessed. You know, so and put some cat on it and sell the trees. So it's really not a big preference, but I just feel I always want to elevate and go up the ladder. So the more projects, the bigger you can buy. Because I mean, I wouldn't say residential is bad if you can do a whole complex of affordable housing or a neighborhood of affordable housing. That's great. And commercial, the same thing. If you can have some warehouses where you can have 18-wheelers bumping docks as well as warehouses with great food in it, the refried commercial buildings, you know. So it's just real estate, period.
So what's your short-term goal, and what's your long-term goal with everything? Like, where do you see yourself like in the next 3 years with it, and where do you see yourself in the next 15 with it? Like,
okay. In the next 3 years, I would love to own a warehouse and have properties in different states. In the next 10 to 15 years, to have a lot of the projects that I started, you know, running well and paid for, and watching my son and my daughter take lead. Really.
You got anything else you want to shout out, or anything, any businesses you want to speak on, like your Shannon Sweets, your Instagram, or anything you want to?
Oh, well, ShannonSweets.com. You know, that's the Instagram. Unknown Rex. We got homemade tomato. We got ice and hearse. Got a lot of things going on, so keep in touch, man.
All right, thank you for coming out. Thank you for everything, man.